Hi people, this is a very basic and simple breakdown of things I thought were good, bad, or maybe just wrong in the Witcher series on Netflix. This video will contain spoilers on episode 1. As this episode takes over an hour of screen time, there are a few mistakes along the way. First things first, I do not believe a monster that big could fit in such a shallow lake. Also, if I remember correctly, Geralt does not have any potions that would allow him to breathe underwater. Geralt deciding to kill the fawn is actually a nice foreshadowing for the whole narrative of the episode, which is about him having to choose the smaller evil. In the battle with Nilfgaard, some soldiers are wearing plate and are shown to be slower and more graceful, whereas Nilfgaardians who are wearing a lighter armor are quicker, therefore more savage. I have to say, some of the fighting done in this scene is not the best by any means. For instance, I don't believe an axe would split a helmet in half or even embed itself so deep in a helmet that was shaped like that. It is far more likely that it would bounce off, slide to the side, or just leave a dent, which might have been deadly in the helmet. Besides, this soldier did a very shitty job at protecting himself, standing wide open with his arms down. The horsed archer is a character I really enjoyed in this scene, as his role is exactly what Nilfgaard would want, as they often use such tricks to gain advantage. I believe he is also in the Gwent game as a card named Nilfgaardian Archer and is quite powerful. I am puzzled as to how did the queen get to the castle so fast, and why didn't Nilfgaardians follow her. It's really weird how Geralt cooks the herbs he found at the river, if he is even cooking, because he might just be grinding down those herbs, but then again, he would have to use force and not just hit them around with a stick. I liked the tragic death of the castle's denizens, especially the father who did not take the poison as it was considered a woman's weapon, and the death by poison was considered cowardice. I don't think there are swords with handles at the top of the blade itself, but it's a nice concept that I think would see some use in some circumstances. Combat itself in the scene is also somewhat good, and it shows Geralt half-swording, which is a real swordsmanship technique. That being said, when it comes to Geralt fighting with the woman one-on-one, he is repeatedly stabbed, and she is also cut a few times, but they both show no tiredness or pain. They just keep fighting as if they just started. Geralt is also called the Butcher of Blaviken for other reasons than killing a few people, but maybe it is addressed in later episodes. I might be wrong on this one, but I do not think Ciri was ever said to have powers as shown in this episode. From what I know, she has the ability to teleport and swap dimensions. Having said all of those things, I have been nitpicking quite a bit and rambled on, but that's what you do on the internet, right? I am possibly going to make more of these videos as I watch further episodes, but for now this is the end. Thank you for watching my video essay, I guess.